Sir, we'd like to ask you about this proposal of the PCCI with government. We understand that you want, the PCCI wants to buy vaccines, I suppose unilaterally. That's what we want to ask you. Can we have more details about your proposal and how different is this vaccine purchase proposal from the existing tripartite agreements that are required by the government? Ano pagkakaiba bale?
Well, let me backtrack a little bit. Several months ago, for example, I was in discussions with the ambassador of India, and Ambassador Shambhu Maran, and we were talking about the efforts of India in terms of producing the vaccines against COVID-19. And I'm not sure if you are aware, but the largest serum manufacturer in the world is actually the Serum Institute of India. So we discussed the possibility of actually securing COVID-19 serum from India. But that was 2 months ago, and there were a lot of concerns being expressed by government and other sectors about whether private sector will be allowed to actually directly import. And the long and short of it is that we kind of lost 2 months, because if in fact action was done at that time, then we could have been getting deliveries at this time. So again, the call I made yesterday was to please government allow us, or allow the private sector to import directly, because we are aware of possible sources in the world that will be able to deliver the vaccine that we need, not only on a timely basis, but also cheaper than what I have seen being offered so far.
Pero
Sir,
desisyon
if I
po
may
ba
follow
yan ng
up on
gobyerno
Ed's
o
question.
desisyon po yan ng mismong manufacturer? Kasi yan po ang sinasite ng gobyerno, no, na hindi pa naman for commercial quantities ang mga vaccines na yan. Kaya dapat ang managot kung may adverse effect gobyerno. So in short, requirement yon ng manufacturers at hindi ng gobyerno. Yan po rin ba ang basa nyo dyan?
The requirement, ito yung requirement ng, for example, US, different from the requirement of India. Yung India, they have, of course, also a need for some kind of guarantee. But
Yes.
sila, this is not a top priority item. They were willing to start discussions on availability. And because the availability was good, the pricing was good, we thought that we could actually secure some quantities from them. I'll just give you an example. Itong India, for example, has exported 37% of what they have produced. They have exported as gifts, libre lang, to all other countries of the world, no? So yung attitude nila is, I'm not gonna just sell to you. We are going to help, lesser fortunate or lesser developed countries to try to get out of this COVID. Somehow, India's attitude very close, very open to our government. Pero tayo, we were very slow in actually dealing with what we call emergency use authorization. Sana inumpisahan na natin yon, nakita na nila, and then now it's authorized. So now we can start using it. So I'm just saying is, please involve the private sector. We are not claiming we know better than the government, but we can help.
But, sir, but Secretary Roque already said kanina na we still are tied to the formula of using tripartite agreements. In the end, parang sasabi ni Secretary Roque, no, we still have to go with the system that we already have in place. My question to you is this, is there any middle ground? Is it possible to still do a tripartite agreement and still go through your contacts? For example, in this case, yung Barat.
Like sinabi ba, did Secretary Roque explain to us why hindi pwedeng...
Ang sabi lang po niya, only the national government is allowed to deal with the manufacturers.
I think we deserve a logical explanation para maintindihan natin, because it is more logical na payagan yung mag-import lahat para makatulong sa bayan. Hindi yung hindi pwede and then walang explanation. I don't agree with that.
Yes, sir. Well, this is what
Well,
he said.
ang explanation naman niya is di ba nga, this was not intended for commercial,
commercial use.
distribution precisely because there's no guarantee, no?
Alam mo, ang implication ng commercial distribution is you're making money, no? Hindi naman gano'n ang intent dito, no? In fact, hospitals should be able to import directly as well kung gusto nila, no? And people who are involved in Barat, for example, yung tao nila rito, kailangan pakiusapan din sila na please be reasonable and realistic about the prices. You know, when I met with them, this is exactly what I told them also, because they were asking the help of PCCI, and I said, I will help you on condition that your pricing is geared towards yung talagang affordable yung pricing nyo. Huwag naman masyadong mataas.